Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverage is a very nice, sparkling and indeed chilled Highland spring water. I guess water is not technically beverage, but either way, very refreshing indeed. So welcome back to the game, and in the previous episode we added some more green energy, wasted some pallets, and then, yeah, pretty much finished off the majority of the facility. We got yard all done, and I'm pretty happy with what we've accomplished, but we do need to look at sort of the elephant in the room, and we expanded to the right. Now, this is where we have a couple of islands. The bottom one I don't really have any intention of touching for the time being. It's actually going to be pretty much impossible without expansion. But the idea is that we need to get over to this island and do something with it. I've decided to do graveyard and indeed some forestry in this area, so let's do just that. First things first, we do need to set up an area where our ferry terminal will go from, and I probably want to place it close so we can join up to this bit, so that would mean a little bit of an expansion on this part, but that's not too much of an issue. So over to flooring and then landscape, which is a tab that many will often not look at, but it is in existence, and we want to basically build that there. So the top of that is going to reach hopefully the top of that, and it is absolutely bang on. And then we need to do that. So how we're going to get over there? Well, that's going to be another issue entirely. It's most likely going to be some stepping stones. And, well, let's just run this thing over like so. And it is now in. So 630 generic units of currency. Obviously, we will be removing that once we have the ferry terminal in. And, oh, we have an escape. Now, I did know there was something around there. I thought I checked it. But yeah, that is our first escape. And as you can see, there it is. So, they removed the fake head, but not the rest of it. Interesting. Let's remove tunnels. Right. I'll have to pay a lot more attention to that one. I'll do a tunnel search then. Not that that really indicates anything. A lot of the time the tunnel search just doesn't work. There's Sexton kicking off again. Appears that the workers are able to place all of these even though they're not built. It's a quirk of the game. Just happens. So some of them are not built, but they just walk over the top of it. Maybe they do swimming classes or something. Alright. Over to objects and then ferry. Ferry dock. So, 2 ferry docks will be built to be run parallel between islands. It means that transportation between them, a pair of docks to be built, there must be a landmass parallel. Outdoor only, if that wasn't immediately obvious. And, well, it's going to go in there. Now, this is also a bit of an issue because we will have to put, if prisoners are going to go across this, which I do plan on them going over there and working, we will have to place some fencing around it because they'll see the edge and they'll make a beeline for it. So we need to make sure that that obviously doesn't happen. So, there's many ways we can work on this island, and I'm trying to think what the best solution would be. Well, actually, I know what the best solution would be. That would be foundations and... Is it foundations? No, cliff edge. So you can make a cliff edge. So this is like all high up. But I don't really... Do I like the idea of that? If we were to do a cliff edge. A death. Oh. Greg murdered because I'm guessing they failed their parole hearing. They've had success with alcoholic scoop therapy but failed twice. This. Yeah. 25 years for murder and 6 years for rioting. The Rock is going to get apparently some more jail time. So, I wouldn't have done that in anger, mate. That's probably not going to work out for you. Looks like the workers are happily going back and forward on the ferry dock then. So, I'm going to keep this other pallet thing in just because of, you know, safety. But, are we able to place in, as I said, this cliff? Originally, I was going to fence it all off because I like the idea of rickety fences keeping back whatever is going to be on the island. But do we want to do that? The problem I have is I can't really tell Is that cliff edge? So, like, is that cliff edge there? I think so. So that's cliff edge there. That's cliff edge down. So would that be correct? Like that? Is that cliff edge? Let's try that. Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's just try, because I've not really experimented with this. Let's try placing in these edges. We'll see if any of this actually works. I think that's correct. Or I could be doing it the exact opposite way that it should be done. But, I mean, that looks cliff edge to me. Yeah. Build cliff walls to create little sections and impassable areas around your prison or island. I mean, that looks right. Okay. What we'll do then is I'll place in... I'm not going to be able to do the whole thing in one go. Because, honestly, the amount of rotations that I'll need to work out will be immense. So I'm just going to do like corner sections like this. Oops. And I think these will be correct. Yeah, up to there, that's fine. Then just... oh, there's that piece there as well. Okay. Just make sure we connect that up, which is that, yes. And the straight pieces. And I'm not putting in any of the... oh, am I out of cash? I am out of cash. Apparently cliff edges are 250 a square, right? Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that's correct. It looks correct, and I'm not altering the land in terms of its layout. I'm actually conforming to it, which I thought was a bit more interesting. We'll see. We've still got 3 grants because one of the grants we've passed. Reform program. Which one was it? It was the reform program. Yeah, it was. But we do have another one now. Reform program research. Have people pass. We've got reform consultation, animal therapy. Yeah. See, I thought we'd done that one. Interesting. Let me give that current bank loan back. I don't want to have that sticking with us all this time. No stuff programs running. Anything else we can do? Spiritual guidance is only 2 in the queue. Solar panel 15 are interested. Same as farm and flower therapy and animal therapy. And conflict resolution, 3 strikes program. And 4 interested in carpentry. Let's get the carpentry on the go then. Yeah, we'll get that going. Looks like the wall's all in there, that cliff edge. It looks quite nice. Pretty happy with that. Back over to, air quotes, flooring. And rotate this round. And, well, I might be getting that loan back, honestly. Got some more fighting here, and once again it's Sexton. The downside of doing this is obviously we spend a lot of time and energy and our attention on where the prisoners ain't. So I'm just hoping that it's managing itself. It seems to be. It seems to be alright. So back to the cliff edge. Went past it. Down to there. For some reason I prefer putting in the corners. Like that. I think that's about right. Yeah, and then we'll rotate this to be that one. Yep. That's weird, that one. And it's going to be an absolute miracle if these are all correct. Don't expect them to be. And I'm not even convinced I've got most of this right anyway, but... well, we'll try. Looks pretty good, nonetheless. I'm just worried about this weak spot here, which there might be one. Okay, back over to here then. So, we want all these cliff edges now. Like so. And again, not altering the layout of the island. We are just altering... is that right? No. How's that one connect up? Yeah, we're not altering the layout of the island, we're just altering the sort of contours of the sort of ledge here. Floors are pretty simple. And in there and in there. And I think that's about right. And it's getting this connection in. Which is it that? It just doesn't look right. I think it is the right bit. Yeah, seems to be. Seems to be. Welcome to the episode. Welcome to the cliff show. Well, we're just doing cliffs. There's a storm rolling in there. Currently a weak storm. And then the next couple of days are sunny. While waiting for cash, let's actually manage the facility. So how we're doing over here. See if you're doing okay. There is that person who is well fed and smelly. They are smelly. Right. Needs are, well, some exercise need. A little bit of critical hygiene there. Some literature and luxuries and things that are pretty much all sorted though. Yeah. I think it's pretty much fine. There's a tunnel, and I'm taking no chances. We're going to do a full shakedown tonight. All sectors. And what I'm tempted to do as well is get another 2 dog handlers and also assign said dog handler to there and have... I'll put them there actually and have more patrols. Yeah. I think that's what we'll do. Alright, so, once again, flooring. And back over to cliff here. Oh, insufficient funds. Minus 2 grand. Oh, hang on. Tunnel. Tunnel. And it is indeed a tunnel. We have found a tunnel. But over here, not so much. What have we found so far? A knife. Needle. 5 bottles of booze. Poison, cigs, cell phones, lighters, drugs, 2 ropes. A couple other odds and ends. And... oh! So why have they been locked up? Have they... they had... ah! Wow! Interesting. So, a bottle of poison, and this is the owner here. How did it was smuggled into that canteen straight away? How curious. It would have normally had to have landed there and gone through the scanner. Okay. We haven't really done labour management, and I don't really need to. But there's the deliveries. Yeah, it's all set up. Not too sure what the deal is there. How curious. Right, so we still have prisoner reoffending rate. We need to get that down. In terms of our reform, the reoffending rate is 34%, so it's actually gone down about 8%. So it's heading in the right direction. Health is increased. It's gone down another %. That's good. Average work experience is only 2. The only way I can see this functioning is if I set the kitchen to not staff only. Oh, logistics. But then, still a negative. How curious. Yeah, do we want them working in the kitchen? I mean, no. But then, is it worth it? Good grief, look at all that. That's a lot of people working in the workshop. Yeah. And we're going through all the training programs as well. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm going to pick up another loan then, just so we can crack on with building. I don't want to be sitting waiting for cash. If we get a big influx of something or we've completed a grant, then we can worry about that later on. So, these walls are going to go in here. And this is why I normally do the corners first, because I think it's just a bit easier. I say normally, I don't normally use this functionality. Don't know what that bit. So we'll do that. And we'll put in these sections now. This one's going to be a bit different. Ooh. Snitch ex-law enforcement, John Porter. Yeah. Any other traits that we should be worried about? There's an unknown trait there. And that person is targeted. Potential CI, Andrew Sexton. Right. Let's, I guess, let's activate them. Let's see what they know. What do they know? They've got a 6% coverage. Totally pointless in activating them. Not going to give us much at all. Back over to the cliff edges. Back to the cliff shore. And, well, those pieces, those all the way to there. There's the boat. That one, isn't it? It's that one and that one. And is it over to there? Right. Now, whether or not that's secure, I do not know. I'm also going to sell. Oh, can I sell them there? Oh, I'll be flooring. Is it classed as flooring or landscaping? I can cancel those because they weren't doing it. I guess they've just dismantled it, I guess. Yeah. And they're going to do that. Yeah, that's fine. So, we're actually minus 7 grand now. Which is a curious thing. Oh, they've been stuck. Oh, good grief. They're all stuck. Right. Okay. Are they able to get out somehow? Or we're gonna have to magically alter that, aren't we? Oh dear. Oh dear. Put the pallets back in, I guess. And now they should be able to get out. Hopefully the rest of it we'll be able to fix. There's a tunnel there, and I believe it. That toilet, I'm going to just... I'll search toilets, but I don't think it's going to work. Because I think they'll end up finding nothing. Yeah, they didn't. I'm going to dismantle it. Like I say, I don't believe it. Are the workers still stuck? They are still completely stuck. They haven't even placed a lot of the flooring that I ordered. Yeah, there's just sections missing. There we go. So I'm guessing we'll have to demolish it from the right-hand side further down. There you go, that was a toilet. Okay. We've now found this out. That can go in there. Remove tunnels. And, well, over here. So, grand completion, actually. Which was... bring our reoffending rate down, I think. Yes, 30%. Brilliant. This is good. Reform's gone up, which we would expect, spending about 19 grand a day on reform programs. Refunding rate gone down. Happy with that. So, carpentry apprenticeship program. And we'll decrease our bank loan. And this island is hopefully okay. I don't think I can set... Yeah, it says it's unsecure. If I was to place a fence across there, would it work? Shall we try? So, fence. Do you want a fence or a perimeter wall? I like the idea of a perimeter wall. Let's see what that looks like. Although, do you want that, or do you want to have it come across and down? Let me just put a fence in, because, you know, a fence is cheap. There's the fence. And these guys, can they not get back? Yes, they can get back. They're just sort of choosing not to. Can I dismantle those? So that should be secure now. It is! But it does have no access. But it is secure, which is the main thing. So a door can be a fence. Fence standard. There we go, there's a fence. Yeah, so we're going to have to remove these from the right-hand side back. I think that's what I needed to do on the Island Bound series when I did that about 16 decades ago. So, that's fine. It's just going to be working through it, dismantling them sort of 3 bits at a time. So this is now in, and we can set that to staff only. So can confirm this is secure. They shouldn't be able to get over that. They might be able to climb over that fence, but we now have a way across, which is the main thing. There is... Oh, look at that. It genuinely gets stuck. Just sell it. Yeah, they genuinely get stuck. Okay. So the plan for this island then is we're going to have a graveyard in it and then some forestry. So forestry requires minimum size 5x5 and to be outdoor. So I want to place it around here, but I don't want to place it right next to this thing. Because if you place it next to stuff, if you place it next to that, it can be all kinds of problems. Because I think, well, historically, they used to demolish things. So what I'll do is I'll just build forestry like around, away from the edges. It's not going to be a perfect like layout, because quite frankly, that'll take far too long. Just hoping we can get this all working, and this should provide us some cash. So look at that. Big lump of forestry. All this is not going to be forestry, by the way. In the middle, we're going to have a graveyard. An abandoned graveyard on an abandoned island. Perfect place to feature many B movies. Alright. So just keeping it away. And then we'll have to assign prisoners to work here. But that means we have to secure the dock, which we obviously currently haven't secured. The other dock anyway. Strangely, the place with the prisoners is it's less secure than this. That's alright. They haven't got access to that dock bit anyway. So there we go. There is... Oh, there's the gardener now planting. That's good. So in the middle here, I'm going to remove sections of it. Like this. And this is where we're going to have our graveyard. And there is a big storm. So I'm doing this. In fact, anywhere where it's green, basically, I'll remove a bit of this forestry bit. Let's say, not going to be an exact science to it. Yeah, that's fine. A bit there as well. Along here. Remove a lot of that. And these bits. And that's a big storm. I'll have to have a look at that in a sec. So there's our forestry. Forestry island, and, well, this is a thunderstorm. You can tell them to stay indoors, and they will do that. Alright, how are people getting on? No, they're not getting on, they're getting stuck. And sell that one. Are they able to get off that at all? Nope, they can't. They just get stuck. Right. That is a bit of a nightmare. It's just a lot of micromanagement that's going to be involved, that's all. So I'll put those stepping stones back in then. And then they'll be able to get off. We'll just have to remove one, basically one every time. Oh, can't they get across? Because they're saying stay indoors. I think that's what it was, yeah. Right. I'm going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. I didn't get the stuff done. I didn't get everything I wanted done. But there was a lot of work on this island. I think it'll come... It'll come good in the end. I'm just removing some of the trees where they'll be near a fence. So yeah, it'll come good eventually. We've got the forestry in. Next episode, we're going to secure this bit here so we can have prisoners working over on forestry, because I'm pretty sure you can have that. That is currently staff only, but we should be able to have... where is it? Prison labour. Can we not? Can you not? Forestry. Place for you to grow trees can be used to create products. I thought you could have that as... thought it was accessible for prisoners. I mean, we'll still have the graveyard accessible to prisoners anyway. But... I'll have to have a look at that one. I don't think it is. Alright. We've got our forestry. We have a bit for a graveyard that'll go in the middle. And, well, we'll see how it goes. Overall, like I said, happy with the progress, apart from the time it took to do all this. But that's something different, at least, and hopefully that was interesting to see this in place. Certainly was for me to learn it as well, because I've not really delved into that one. We probably need some more gardeners. We've got one gardener. I'm going to go for 4 gardeners. I think that should suffice. Danger level's increasing. Oh, now going back down. But the bank balance is fluctuating, and that's a chainsaw. Richard Edwards has got a chainsaw. It was smuggled in. I mean, you're not going to build one, are you? It's a chainsaw. Alright. We're going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. Next episode, we will finish off this island bit, do some securing of the terminals, get the graveyard in, and then think about the... I was going to say the non-joke expansion. This isn't a joke expansion. I wanted to try this and see what it would be like and have this sort of zombie island type thing. Undead island. But then, the air quotes proper bit will be expanding sort of like down the bottom to get a bigger island and have more cells and things like that there. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed this episode and the series as far. As always, comments in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.